There's a go. Right on the edge. Just dip my sighter in, let it swing a little, and he nailed it. Just looked like a really fishy spot there. Got him on the size 18 France fly. Nice Spring Creek brownie. Pretty fish. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. Sorry I dropped you. So I am in central Pennsylvania on Spring Creek. It's a beautiful October day. A little chilly right now this morning. Super low, super clear conditions. I mean, it's like that everywhere. There's been no rain at all in Pennsylvania or central Pennsylvania. I mean, every stream is super low. So it's just going to be one of those days where you just got to use a lot of stealth, like any other day, but especially now since we have really super low clear conditions. But that's a really good sign. I have not been fishing. Well, as a matter of fact, that was my first cast. So that could mean it's going to be a good day. I don't have a problem with catching a fish on the first cast at all. There we go. I did a weight change here. Got a little depth, but there's a breeze coming from upstream to down, and just was really affecting my drift, and switched over to a 3-3 bead and got this nice little brownie. Nice deep gut right in front of me. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. Pretty Spring Creek fish. So you can see this really nice, deep, it's got some, it's darker color. So it just, I'm standing on this gravel bar and just really gonna work this thoroughly because it is early in the morning. It's really cold. I think as the temperature's warm, it is supposed to get to like low 60s today. And I think as the temperature's warm, and the water temperature goes up, the fish are gonna just get more active. So right now, I really gotta get in front of their face. Look at that. Hit on the swing. Just got below me, and I just saw the sighter just twitch. Just shows you, I had cast, I was below, working my way up, made multiple drifts over that fish, and he ends up hitting it on the swing. That was a nice fish. That was a nice one, but that was a quick release. So he was just below me. I was probably 10 feet further down, made multiple drifts over that fish, come up here, just let it swing at the bottom there, and he popped it. These fish are just not super active right now. Gotta really get it in front of their grill. Boy, I put that 3-3 bead on, and I'm just getting much better drifts now. Oh, that felt like a decent fish right there. He will not hit again. I stung him way too hard. There we go. Just shows you, once again, I took a couple steps upstream He's all tangled up. A couple steps upstream, get a little bit different drift over the same area, and he pops it. So don't ever think you're thoroughly fishing it out. I mean, sometimes you think, wow, I've just made a bunch of casts, and then all of a sudden, thank you there, Mr. Brown. Then all of a sudden you take a step up, you cast in the same spot, and you bang a fish, and you're wondering, how the heck did that happen? Well, it's just all about the drift. You take a step up, and your bugs, they bottom out at just a slightly different place, and then it's right in front of the fish. And this is, once again, it's really chilly right now. I haven't taken a water temperature, but the fish just aren't super active. So far, they don't seem willing to move. There we go. Just a little bit of soft spot on that other side there. I'll tell you what I did here. That's all right, quick release. So let me tell you what I did here. So I'm still, fairly close to my truck right here, and there's a guy that came in, he ended up high-holing me, but that's a whole nother conversation. But he beat the death out of this hole. I came up in here, and what I did is I had 2 nymphs on, and I just cut my dropper off. I went to a size 16 drab Walt, and I ended up banging that fish out. And I watched this guy slap the water for a long time, and he didn't get anything out of it. And I came in here, and Spring Creek is highly pressured, so I mean, I'm not surprised the guy jumped in front of me. But when you are encountering a lot of pressure on the stream, I'm a big advocate of single fly. I mean, I think we all, when we're Euro nymphing, everybody thinks you have to always have 2 flies on. And I use 1 fly a lot. You're just gonna get better drifts, more accurate, especially in water like this. You don't want your top dropper kind of jacking your drift all up. So when you really wanna get dialed in, go to single fly. And in this case, I went drab, and it worked. He was just over there. That was probably probably about a 30-foot cast. There's a little bit of soft spot in that rough water over there, and he was tucked in right behind a rock there. See, I just really highly accurate. I'm placing the fly exactly where I wanted here. Just getting really nice drifts through here. Right on that seam. I was taught long ago, when you pull your fly out of the water and you see a little bit of a splash as it's coming out of the water, or more disturbance than a size 16 fly can do, that means there's usually something that's snagged on the hook. And I just saw it when I pulled it out, and sure enough, I had a case caddis on my hook. So just a lot of times when you're pulling your fly out, if you just see a little bit of a disturbance, that's usually an indication there's something on your hook. Usually the fly slips out nice and doesn't make a big splash. There we go. Just, oh, you, God, oh, broke me off. That was a decent fish. Just on this left side. I mean, I got all kinds of stuff going on here, but it was exciting, but I took my chances. I got limbs above me, behind me. I couldn't get a good hook set into the sun, but I got this nice fast current and got this soft spot on the side, and he banged a single walks and broke me off. There you go. Boy, I'm not the kind of guy that says you deserve a fish, but I deserve that fish right there. That was a very small window to work in. And I made a nice cast in there and I got it down. I just knew there'd be a fish in there. He's not a big one, but stuff like that makes me super happy. Single waltz with a 2.5 bead, and I popped it in there and I got that nice little brownie. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Boy, like I said, I'm not a guy that says you deserve a fish, but I deserve that one there. I worked hard for it and I got it down. That's only probably 1.5 foot to be able to drive that down. It's probably 2 feet in there. Drove the bugs down, got it right in the middle and popped it. That's good stuff. This little outside bend looks really nice here. Let's stand back and make a really nice cast. Just working this water close to me first, and then that's the good stuff right there. I don't know if that was a fish or the bottom. There we go. Just knew there'd be a tail walker. I just knew these. Look at this. This is all shallow water. The river just cuts into the bank there and forms a depression, and that was just a really fishy spot. Got a short piece of tippet, 3 feet, size 18 natural waltz on a sunny, thank you there, Mr. Brown. Sunny, super clear, low conditions. That's what you got to do on days like this. But you can see I'm in ankle deep water right here. It's all like that behind me, just like that in front of me. The river takes this bend here and it just gouges out this gully right there, and it's just a perfect spot for a fish to be hiding. I'm just seeing a ton of case caddis in the water. There's an olive scud. It's about a size 18. I don't know if you can see him crawling around there, but just tons of case caddis. Every rock just absolutely covered. Another one right here. Look at all this. You see the grass. I don't know if you can see all these scuds. They're all olive scuds. Probably a size 18. Look at that. That is so cool. Loaded with them. Absolutely loaded with them. go. Boy, I barely saw that sighter move, and there was a limb right there. I had to keep my line underneath it. Oh, pretty brownie. All par marked up. Still got that single 18 Waltz on. I did put a 2/8 bead on. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. You can see this great spot. You got that eddy on that side, and you see this bubble line, and he was right in that V right there. There's a bunch of overhanging limbs, and I had to really watch myself there. Just get the cast over here. Go where you could see that dark water over there. It just felt like there'd be a fish over there. There we go. Boy, look at that brownie. He is gorgeous. Fatty, look at the par marks on that thing. What a beautiful fish. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. Good looking fish. So you can see that dark water over there. There's a little depth. These fish on Spring Creek, they love to hug the banks, and you can't overlook those spots. Actually, that's a good spot anywhere, but especially on Spring. Boy, if you could snake a cast up in there. Back off here. There we go. That's awesome. That is awesome. Nice jumper. Every fish uniquely different than the last. Beautiful orange spots. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. So you can see I took 2 steps up and I fired it back in that eddy. I got it right on this edge here and he popped it. Just a size 18 natural Waltz copper bead. It looks pretty juicy over there. Here too. There we go. Oh, that's a nice Spring Creek brownie. Anytime you see these dark areas, just focus on those. It's like sandy here to the left, sandy in that eddy. You got a little bit of a dark area, and I brought it right through the middle of that, and this brownie popped it. He's a fatty. God, they are well fed here for sure. Look at that guy. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. They are gorging themselves. There we go. I knew there was one in that pocket there. Oh, that was cool. We got this real shallow riff, that nice pocket right there, and he nailed it as soon as I was tight. Every time you see a pocket, you just can't pass it up. There we go. Right in front of that log. There's a little pocket right there. There's a log that's sitting right in front of it. It's a decent fish too. Nice, nice, nice brownie. I'll take those all day long. What a beauty. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. Thank you, buddy. So you can see this pocket. It's really shallow. It's probably a foot deep. But you have this log right going up to it. There's a dark spot. It was right in front of that log. Once again, I've been using a single fly all day. Well, almost all day. There was right in the beginning I had a dropper on, and then I hit one deep run and I put my dropper back on. I think I caught 3 on the dropper, but aside from that, I've been single fly all day, and I can't stress enough, you know, everybody thinks you got to go double flies every time you're Euro nymphing, and that's just not the case. I really think if you go to a single fly, you're going to have better quality drifts. You're much more accurate, and when you're accurate, you have more quality drifts, you're just simply going to have more success. So don't be afraid to go to a single fly. As a matter of fact, if you're beginning, I would absolutely suggest just simply fishing with a single fly. It's the middle of October. It's in the middle of the week, and I'm really surprised. I mean, spring is a highly pressurized stream, but well, I'm really surprised the amount of people on the stream today, and that's another reason. I mean, I went single fly, short piece of tippet, about 3 feet, size 18 drab Waltz, and that's been getting the job done really all day. I'm going right behind fishermen and catching fish out of the spots that I didn't see them pull anything out of. There we go. It's a nice little trough right up against that brush line there. And he was right in there. Came right behind a guy too that it was fishing there. Not 5 minutes after him. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. Just shows you just accurate cast, really, really good drift, and I nailed that guy. A little trough behind me here. See if I can snake a cast in there. There we go. Look at that. That was awesome. That was awesome. That is a ditch over there. Nice accurate cast. Got this little guy. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. Thank you for cooperating. These are little guys, but boy, I've had a blast today. Thank you there, Mr. Brown. I don't know if you can see that. That's 3 feet wide. It's just a little gully. Made a nice cast, kind of a sideways cast, and tucked it under those limbs and got that guy. So there's the bug I was using today. Just a simple size 18 natural waltz with a 2/8 bead. I caught a couple more on a waltz with an orange collar, and I believe I caught 3 on a size 18 France fly, but almost every single one of my fish today came on this size 18 waltz. So I'm gonna be calling it quits here on Spring Creek today. Boy, I had a heck of a day. I just, it started out kind of slow, honestly. It was cold this morning. I pecked at them, but once the sun got up and I really went to that single size 18 waltz worm natural, and I shortened my tip, it went to 3 feet, and I really started banging the fish. A lot of these fish were tucked up against the banks and in spots that a lot of people would walk by, quite frankly. And that's the thing about spring. You will find a lot of fish tucked up on the banks here. So it was all about accurate casts and really good drift. A lot of pressure on the stream today, so really happy with how I did today. So once again, I've talked about it numerous times in the videos. Don't be afraid to go to a single fly. And if you are new, I would really recommend a single fly. You're just gonna be more accurate and you're just gonna get better quality drifts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. And as always, tight lines, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.